State Farm Arena. No, Buju was at the State Farm Arena as well. Yes, in Atlanta. So I had gone to that show as well.
Tell me about the numbers, Kish. Tell me about the numbers.
I can't give you the venue itself holds a capacity of 16,000.
Okay.
As it relates to the numbers, I would have to get the numbers from the promoter or State Farm Arena as it relates to what happened last night. But being there, looking around, seeing the venue, I can tell you it was not sold out.
Got you.
Right? Contrary to what you're seeing broadcast on social media and that false information being reposted even by the artist, it was not sold out.
But how was the overall show?
So, of course, my condition my mind. Come here and see a cartel. I go play him tracks and, so my condition my mind to say it's going to be a cartel rave. But that wasn't the case. He actually played his tracks and him DJ. And I could hear him clearly. Of course, there were moments when, fast pull up here and there and that type of thing.
Yeah.
But to kick off with how it actually started, big up to MC Nuffy. Big up also, of course, to Ricky Platinum. He did an epic job. And, in terms of playing music and getting the crowd riled up. So him get the crowd on a level. And then Spice came on. And, she did her thing. But for me, I felt like Spice actually stayed a little too long on stage. She brought out her castmate from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in her set, Scrappy. So I just felt like that bit of it was too long. Something she did that I've never seen her done before was lip sync. Not her entire set, but there were a few songs that was delivered that way. Also during her set, you have to give her creative points. I think her dance has changed multiple times.
Okay.
There was one point where they came out wearing like this goat costume
to
go with her song, a goat costume to go with a song, that she has promoting GOAT and that type of thing. So you have to give Spice points for creativity. And she did get the audience involved by calling out women and men from the audience. If you are a thing already. But I found it surprising that there was a bit of lip syncing there during her set.
Interesting. What do you make of Massacre's cameo?
I'm getting there. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you, as it appears. So of course, Cartel, when he entered the stage, he entered with that song with him and Akon. Akon did not come out on stage at that point. So, people kind of felt like Akon wasn't there. But later on in the show, he came out. That was a really great surprise. And they did that collaboration, that track Locked Up. After Akon, 21 Savage, who is an Atlanta rapper, he came out. That was well received by the audience as well. And of course, Black Rhino came out. He got a big forward. But then, when he was performing by himself, him kind of never maintained the hype that he got with that collaboration with Cartel. But he did only one song.
He was performing the songs that we know Black Rhino for initially? Or is it
he just did one. No, the songs that we know him for, he just did one song. But, I guess it could just turn out to be a case where the more he gets an opportunity to do that, then it will get into his zone a little more. But he did get a big forward when he came out. Before Massacre came out, Vybz Kartel actually led the audience to believe that Massacre was not there, because he was saying, if Massacre was here, when would I say, we're not gonna have to live, So, and then when he came out, like the crowd legit erupted, and Massacre did his thing. It was really, really wicked, and I felt like Massacre's performance and time on stage with Cartel, he did Whites, by the way, well, locked down the place. Cartel was saying to him, for my favorite song, so he did Whites. And it's almost as if Massacre's presence on stage and how he delivered kind of ignites or wake up Black Cartel. Because from there, he got into his, gangster tunes, and him just reel them off and rhythm a play. You can say, him get into it. But then there wasn't enough time. It was almost time to pull the curtains down. So, he kind of complained about that a little bit, and then said this is why he him hates arena shows and that type of thing because of the restrictions.
He did say that.
He did say that. And one of the restrictions too, like upon entering the venue, no flags were allowed. So you had, of course, Caribbean nationals, they wanted to rep Jamaica, Trinidad, wherever they're from. So that was one of the first restrictions.
Weird,
so they were saying no flags. So persons had to leave their flags or brought it back to their vehicles or whatever. And of course, the parking lots weren't closed, So people opted for walking the distance to put it back in their car or just leave it and know, so you're going to get a next flag. But yeah, that was one restriction that I saw. And, he did his thing. He ended with God is the greatest. Again, close to the end of it, he got a little emotional. And in doing that, he was saying that Satan, you fail, and kind of saying to the audience that, true, you don't understand. I guess in reference to some of the things that he has gone through.
Yes.
But long and short of it, though, going in, he exceeded my expectations in terms of I expected that he was going to play his tracks and sing over them. He was sing while the actual tracks were playing, but he didn't do that. He actually played the rhythm, and then I could hear him DJing and stuff. I also saw growth in comparison to when he came out and what he's doing now. Roshan, on the other hand, him come out and him join Cartel on stage, but him have to go learn the song them. Forward, big and everything, but I don't think him did remember the lyrics. At one point, I think he was singing Cartel's part of the song, when that pop up on the big screen, see it, say, brother, you have to learn it. You have to learn the lyrics and stuff. But all in all, it was a good vibe and overall okay presentation, in my opinion, in terms of the performances. I think with a little more structure and tightening of it and doing it more often, there is only one way, and it's up. It's upward.
That is it.
I did see steady progression in terms of growth and that type of thing. Something else worthy to make mention of, Valiant got a really big forward when they played his song Mad Out. Skilly Bang is definitely an international artist, hands down. Like people were just belting out Skilly's song, word for word and that type of thing. Massacre is definitely on the verge of becoming, like, it is there for the taking for Massacre. And I can tell you, people in Atlanta and in the US in general can't wait for Popcorn. That's going to be a new level for the genre. But all in all, it felt good just driving around the city, seeing these huge Vibes Cartel billboards. And, that in itself just make me have to close off by saying Vibes Cartel had dancehall on Front Street up in them town.
I love that. Love that.
It was, but the event was not sold out.
Got you. So I mean, basically, you were there, Kishan. You're giving us the information right now. So it's just a pack venue. It's a pack arena, pack venue overall. By extension, it was good, wonderful vibe. And what I get to from what you're saying, also, I mean, I think the more shows in, the better performance you get from Vibes Cartel, based on what I'm seeing in terms of on a health perspective. I gather the fitness is getting more and more better. So it's up from there. I'd still love to see a live band, by the way, personally speaking.
No, absolutely. And I think a live band would definitely enhance and his set and everything in general, which makes us, you cannot deny, for example, like a Beanie Man or what he's capable of doing, because hands down, I think he's one of the best dancehall performers that we have seen. And definitely. he continues to do it, and I think a lot of the industry members could do well in taking a page out of his book in terms of what he does on stage, because when people pay and come at your show and you put on your clothes and you want to hold a vibe and you want to see a favorite artist, that is also a very crucial and important element of it, in addition to having proper structure in terms of how it is going to flow. And sometimes that gets thrown out when people stay too long on stage and, like that type of thing. Something also to make mention of, 21 Savage gave Vibes Cartel a gift, a Rolex.
Yeah, we
and
saw
then
that.
Cartel also linked up backstage with Butler. That's something that he shared to his social media page.
That was one of the high points for me in terms of some of the highlights that I saw. And, for many, you know, a lot of persons would know, and some persons, industry players, of course, would know that Butler was Cartel's first manager, and also, as a matter of fact, he was the first time I met Vibes Cartel. It was through Ron Butler, and he went on to say, even on the post that was made, that I mean, Butler was the one who introduced him to Bounty Killer. So once again, I'm really happy that they made a connection. You know what I mean? Because I know, you know, for many years, it wasn't necessarily, you know.
Yeah, you couldn't tell. You didn't know what was happening. And then also something to mention, I think last night would mark the very first time a Massacre and a Vibes Cartel will be sharing a stage in that type of way. And I think it also rubbishes a conversation that initially went around online, you know, with fans kind of putting them against each other to say, you know, whether or not them not link or whatever the case is. And I think last night what people in Atlanta observed on stage who went to the show was two dancehall artists who actually respect each other's craft.
Yeah.
And it was a really great look for the culture, great look for the genre, great look for dancehall, all in all. Like it's, and big up to CJ Milan too, because even the aesthetic around the city, the billboards, even at the event, you know, like even though I'm saying that structure, nothing was wrong in terms of the presentation of it, but you know, like they're just little things to tweak and tighten up. You know how it is, because you have stage managed a lot of events, so you know when it comes on to live events, there's always things to tweak to make it better. And I strongly believe that things will just go up from here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, keep it locked, of course. We'll talk furthermore, you know, we can dissect. You know, we still have so much to go on. Of course, it's now time for big ups and our burnouts.
Oh my gosh, I chat so much. And I know,
but, you know, you had to give us a review on what took place, because you were there. So it's only fair.
And I just went to enjoy myself, you know, but being a journalist, I can't turn off.
It's only important. You understand?
I can't turn off.
That is it. That is it. You know what I mean? And of course, we really appreciate your overall review. And we got it from credible sources, so you don't know. Only one source right now. And
people should stop spread false information across social media, like saying an event was sold out. It is as if the tweet I made, like sold out is the new buzzword, you know, going around. So them just feel like them can dash out sold out like a confetti.
Dash out freely, you know. But we talk about that another time.
Yeah.
All right, big up some burnouts time.
Pop, what's your big up?
This week, you know, I'm going to big up Princess from Chalky, because the Princess yesterday down on the rollout.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she has she always lock in, you know. So, big up Princess. Big up Mother. Now, a little bit from this Mother thing, and we did it.
That is it.
You know, so, big up the whole Mother squad. Miami Vice, a little bit from. Female, they will take long for reply when a message to them though.
Oh gosh.
Then you see them a post right through.
And I'll know them to reply to your message.
I know me, you know.
I know you.
No, see it happen.
Somebody we know.
Yeah. Me and one of my general reason, they tell me.
Girl change status so much time and all know.
Yeah.
It's a message you send still, you know.
Biggs, you better
Why Pop go there, so? Because no, leave Biggs alone. But Pop going there is almost like him forcing me now to balance him in burnout.
But me here you come with.
Yeah, no, burnout the man them when have no patience. I mean, it's your phone. If you mess because you say me change my status or I respond to somebody else, it doesn't mean that I'm available or I have time.
They know you're fine.
You may.
This week.
All right.
Yeah.
So with the big ups and the burnouts out the way, it's time for the strong one to take the hot spot.
Itana. Of course, we invite her to center stage right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big up to the peeps in August.
Big up.
So lucky
Said
right
the outfit
now.
is just indeed
We're about to
sparkling.
see it.
Hi, Itana. Mwah. Yes, and life
I feel
kiss.
so blessed. It's like twice in 1 week, and that's why you know it's an IRIE.
No, man, fully IRIE. What's going on? How
Yeah.
are you?
Hey, Kesh, how are you? What's up?
Excellent.
Right.
We're going to do the remix
Awesome.
for Kiss of Judas.
You at the school open, you want to tell all the remix about?
We're going to have a rapper on the
So,
track.
No names?
Rick Ross on the track.
Oh, awesome. That's the school?
Yeah.
Then we're going
Yeah.
to re-release the video again.
Yeah.
A different version of the video.
Nice.
So you can look forward to that. And then I'm also working on a project with Mr. Vegas.
Wonderful.
Full of love songs and bag of things.
So that's a project by itself in
A whole
terms.
project by itself. And I have
Okay, like
EP
a
album?
collaborative
EP? What is it?
album.
album.
Awesome. That's
Okay.
nice.
And then I
Nice.
have my own album too as well. So I will heap of things.
Work and put in, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man, work and put in.
Yeah.
Work and put in. We like
Yeah,
that. We
Yeah,
like that.
and I take it the August Stone treat charities,
I love that.
that went well.
Yeah, yeah. How was
Yes.
that?
It's going now.
Yeah.
It's going now. I went down there. The kids were jumping about, having fun, and the football's supposed to start shortly.
Nice.
The netball already passed. I think they already played a netball game. So,
Good vibes.
and by the time I get back into Kingston, it's time for the artists, them, and all the extra stuff that we had.
I like
Right,
that.
because you're performing tonight as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
See that?
Okay, all right.
Well,
so
work
this
up
is the IRIE
work up
listener
with it.
special.
Work up with it.
We give you a performance. No, we know.
What's it called?
Ready Land, are you ready?
Internet peeps, are you ready?
Happening right now on the WTS stage.
Live Itana. The strong one. Shoot.
If you know you're born strong, and if you feel good, alright, say, I was born strong. I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I could make it. See, I've had my trials when my pillow dried my eyes. Then the morning came and my wings took flight. Rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. Rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe when in spite of all I've been through I can still push the wheel. See, I have a power they can't see with their eyes. It's a little thing called faith that makes broken wings fly. I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Yeah, down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still a lot of people like to talk, but when them a talk, I just make them talk and that them out make for some time my answer. What me tell them say? People talk, that's what they do. They don't understand how me still a push and go through. Yes, they laugh. What them do? They call me names, but they just don't get it. Oh, them see me, I hold my head up just the same. When them see me, them just keep on talking. I mean, I see them, I just keep on walking. I got my pride, me nah go show my bad side. Some of them see me as a big pushover. Want me fi dead, I want me fi keel over. Oh no, not I and I will survive. Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them take away your liberty. Yeah, live your life and be free. Never let them get you down. Never let them see you frown. Never let them lead you astray. Starting today, live your life your way. I say, all right. I hope everybody listening locked in right now to Courtney Kish and the one them call the strong one. I hope you're locked in and having a good time. You ready, lollipop player? Got them can't take my soul, you know? Hey! Hey, yeah. Yeah. Mistreat them. IRIE FM, I lock them up one by one. Got them now on no meditation. Out in the iration. Enough of them said them bad mind. Judge Courtney for him selection style. So tell me what them I gonna do now. Hey, tell now? Hey, tell me what them a gonna do now? Lollipop, I play for you. Oh, them can't water down and dilute. And when me say them can't hide the truth, yeah, hey, them can't steal. Why? IRIE FM, I play for you. Pull it up.
Cool.
No, sir, don't play it style. All right. Hold on. You see me now? I'm anointed from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet, so I fear no one, because I'm protected by the Most High. Drop it. Yeah. La da 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 dee da 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 da. Listen, let me know. I see them coming after my soul, wanting to take control. Wanna give me lots, wanna give me bling, wanna give me all the material things. I hear them talking about what the world has to offer. Girl, can't you see what they have done to Bedouin and Marcos? Jesus and all out of prophet, yeah. But I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. No, I'm not afraid. If them a come, let them come. I'm protected by the Most High One. Look on the funny side, yeah. Do you see anything to smile about? Look on the younger child, yeah. Do you see anything to smile about? Alright, this is me. Me never lost my way. Me never turn fool when I reach at the crossroad. Me never lost my way. And then Richie said, the plain land, yes, the plain land. 100 pound a cali, tell me where you get it from. The plain land, yes, the plain land. Saggle up yourself a face, and I'm say, no, I'm not afraid. No, sing it loud and clear. No, I'm not afraid. If them a chat, make them chat. Pull it in.
Cool.
Alright, Courtney. You know, sometimes you have some good friends. Real good friend, you know. I mean, friend we have powered for a long time, years. Right? And then the friend betray you. That's right? Cut them. Yeah, to the core. You know what I'm saying there?
Yeah, man.
I ate that right now. Yes, the special name of my friend. We know the name already, you know.
Friends mistake them best friends.
Right, you.
That's why we say
Judas. Betrayed
and I got my mind
Jesus.
made
With
up.
one kiss.
Yeah, in this life, you're bad mind.
Say
So I
that.
want you for the Judas them. Are you ready?
Brand new.
Hey! Oh yeah. Our Father art in heaven, how great thy name. Trying to take me from those who want to bring me pain. Me no trust friend, me no love likes. Everybody say me weird and paranoid. Yeah, I've seen friends who take them best friends life. That's why me stay prayed up, 'cause I got my mind made up. Yeah, in this life can't cure bad mind. You just can't trust my mind. Them want to see me fall, like the water off a Niagara Falls. Them not like to see me standing tall. Them want to see me greatness down. But trouble seeing me low. Iniquity them a trouble low. Said them are my friend, but them are straight foe. Smiling on my face, but me don't know. That's why me no trust friend, me no love likes. Everybody say me weird and paranoid. Yeah, I've seen friends who take them best friends life. That's why me stay prayed up, 'cause I got my mind made up. Yeah, in this life, can't cure bad mind. You just can't trust my mind. Watch your friend and when you take it deep. Remember, pray before you sleep.
Cause them a demon, them a look so fatigued. Can't sacrifice me for no make you go baby.
You have some friends and family, them are your secret enemy. Full of bad mind and jealousy. Feed them paper full and yours empty. Me no trust friend, me no love likes. Everybody say me weird and paranoid, yeah.
But I've seen friends who take them best friends' life.
That's why me stay prayed up,
Cause I got my mind made up. Yeah, in this life, you a bad mind. You just can't trust man. Our Father what in heaven, how great thy name. Thy kingdom come, we pray, we pray. Our Father what in heaven, how great thy name. Thy kingdom come, we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. We pray, we pray, we pray. Pray, we pray. Pray, we pray. We pray, we pray.
me no trust friend, me no love life. Every pool is a
Pool. No, sir. No, this new song a while ago, Itana. Love it. And
Yes,
guess what?
yes,
It's
yes.
serious. It's a very serious song.
but a very true one.
It's a song we're going right now. You mentioned friend, you mentioned family, and you tell me earlier on that guess what going on. You can relate to this because it happened firsthand. When was this song released? Who was the producer? And persons weird, tell them where they can get it.
Well, you don't know the big bad billboard king, Kemar McGregor.
Right, sure.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
available on all platforms.
Right now.
The video up on YouTube right now. Or if you want to check out any parts of anything that's been happening, just go to ETANA Live on TikTok. You'll be able to see it. Or on ETANA Strong One on Instagram, and you'll see
Tell them once again the correct name for the song.
Kiss of Judas.
Kiss of Judas. All right.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, Mac, it's definitely a song that's a lot of people.
Two shows in Amsterdam, and the list goes on and on till actually I have events booked all the way to December. So
Awesome.
Oh
Lovely.
my
long.
gosh.
Lovely.
the list
Yeah.
is long, yeah.
I
How
like
you
that.
balance though, Itana, because you're mommy, wife, and performer extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Well, I try to now it's summertime. I'm gonna take my kids with me wherever I can take
Nice.
them.
Nice.
Right? And otherwise, the usual is around. They have many people to care for them while I'm away. But it doesn't replace mommy being at home, of course.
Yes.
So I try to find a balance. Yes. Somehow.
Awesome. Tell us
Yeah,
about
yeah.
how, I know you mentioned earlier on about a project with Mr. Vegas and so
Yeah.
on. How did that happen in terms of, getting together? We're two entertainers and, just...
Mr. Vegas called me and he said he wanted to work on a project together. And as I thought it would be interesting, I say, Mr. Vegas' voice, my voice, he's more like a DJ, right?
Yeah, or Sing J.
Yeah, no, but me
Sing
think
J.
say, no,
Yeah,
hold on, no.
DJ.
Me think say,
Yeah.
him not gonna be able to really sing like that.
Okay.
Say, Mr. Sing J, so me I wonder, it's interesting. You want to hear Mr. Vegas' voice?
Yeah.
You want
Wow.
to hear the note them where him pull?
Nice.
His breath control is crazy. He really is a talented artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know something?
No.
And a great writer.
Great writer.
Yeah.
What you said just now is really what I wish like a lot of entertainers, could say. I mean, in terms of the fact that, you and yourself have a remarkable voice.
Yeah.
And a lot of persons will speak about that regarding to you, and you're able to say that about another act, which is remarkable.
Right.
And, we realize that in this business, a lot of persons don't like to give credit when it's due, and the fact that both of can, come together and put together a project with so many great talent and all of these different things together, it makes it even more remarkable.
Yeah, the album is very interesting. He's a very great artist.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to hearing the feedback from all the songs created.
So is it singles or just collaborations in terms of?
You know what? It's songs that we created. Like some of them were written and some of them are covers. However, though, the album itself is filled with singles. You understand? You know what I mean? Like you can take at least 5 songs off of that album or more and drop them as singles and they would do well.
Love that.
So I think the album is
amazing.
doing very well.
Love that.
So do you have a release date for that project? And give us a little more insight in terms of, because sometimes a title can give us a little more in depth in terms, especially when it comes on to you, because you think about your titles for your projects.
That's the thing. We discussed it, but we didn't confirm it, right? Because I have an idea. He has an idea. We need to see which one we think would be the best. The best one. And so that and the release date, we also need to confirm because then I have the other album as well.
Yeah.
And it's in short order, and I like next year or 3 months from now. This is all in short order.
So the other album is completed.
Complete.
Okay, so it's just waiting.
And that's with
that
Flavor.
And this is by Cameron McGregor, yeah.
Awesome.
Yes,
How many tracks on this project?
Yeah.
Which one?
The one with Flavor.
I think it's about 9.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to hear even more new Etanas.
I know.
You better
You
believe
stay
it.
booked and busy. Booked and busy.
Yeah,
and
man.
make it look easy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you. I try my best.
Yeah.
Listen, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, Itana. I mean, we can
Yes,
talk to you
yes,
the entire
yes.
time. We know you have to go back to Kingston. We know you're busy and all these
Yes,
things.
You know.
And we want to remind our listeners, about the event in Augusttown later.
Yeah.
It's all for charity. Good
Yes.
deed. Big up yourself and big up to Flavors as
Absolutely.
well.
Yeah, the kids are happy, especially the
true.
little tiny ones. And they know, I think the best part is
Tell
like
me.
when I walk through Augusttown and you see them come, like the little babies, they never forget, I swear.
Yeah.
Them walk up to me and say, see it at work.
I like that.
I think, and
I
they're
like that.
so happy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're about this big.
I like
So the
that.
fact that they
Yeah.
they still remember who gave it to them, and it's cool.
That's
They're
an
happy.
awesome vibe, you know what I
Wow.
mean? And we say,
Yeah.
kudos to you and the team. And, Cameron McGregor as well, wonderful
Yeah,
initiative.
big up to Flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. He has
Yeah,
a
man,
huge
yeah, man.
heart.
Thank you so much, Itana.
All right.
Always a
Please.
pleasure.
Yes, strong one.
Bye,
Thank
Kish.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.
And you don't know. I know when
definitely
when
will
the
be
project's
playing
released.
Judas for
Yeah.
sure.
You already know.
All right, cool.
You already know.
All right, that is it.
Yes.
No
Always
worries.
a pleasure to have you. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they
All
have it,
right.
Itana.
So that was Itana, the strong one. Amazing performance as usual.
As always.
You know?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
But remember, you can catch us every Saturday. Courtney will kick things off 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. with the breakfast party.
Then Kishima steps in at 1 to 2 p.m. Beer scoopings and shellings. Is it?
And 6:15 to 7 o'clock, we link up with a WTS live performance.
Yep, absolutely. So next week.
So
Big lock.
same place, same time. Big up to the entire team. Big up to DJ Lollipop, Tristan Wilson.
Big up to DJ Kemar. Big up, of course, to DJ Collision. Also, big up, of course, to Shaquille. Big up, of course, to Edwy on social media. You know
Our
what I mean?
producer,
You know the chefs.
Rashona Fitzhenley.
Rashona, big up yourself
DJ
every
Collision.
time. Rashona, me hear Rashona sing at Itana, I feel good, Rashona.
No,
do more
are you
more say,
serious?
Yeah,
Like
man,
she
me
a
say-
belt out,
yeah,
load,
me say-
load?
No, load, but me see the lips them a move a little way. Me I say, what?
And she
Rashona-
rocks, huh?
What?
Yeah.
Come in normally see Rashona a belt out. More time, Rashona stays on here, say, all right, Rashona, you like Itana. I like that. I like the
Yeah,
music
yeah.
and you love it too. Don't say yes.
Yes.
Oh,
She
good.
could she could contain herself.
She a hold it, but
Yeah.
you know the thing, you understand?
It's like crack, right? When him there at the place, you see him start stamping foot, you know, say your music reach
Itana, you
him.
have some persons at IRIE, you know what I mean? When we don't really normally see them move, so you see when they move, we have to say, no man, something right.
Yeah,
something right. Not saying
them.
say when them don't move something wrong, right, Roshona? But yeah, you know what I mean? We're completely on the button, of course. My name is Courtney Mack.
And I'm Kishima Frank.